And when the they I'm referring to are people that are less fortunate, that are below the poverty line, which is a lot of people from different backgrounds. It's just not one segment. Unfortunately, that segment has grown, has it not?
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised who comes up to me at our grocery store and asks if we take EBT. And I say, wow, in my head, trying to compose myself. I never expected this person to have EBT, because again, I'm using a visual descriptor, whatever. And I don't want to stereotype, but it's no different than when back in 2008, I'm boomering some people here. I'm kind of going all over the place, but in banking, when some people would come in with unemployment checks, I'm like, wow, I never thought, that this person would be bringing an unemployment check this many months in a row. Wow. This guy is a CEO of a company. Holy shit. You know what I mean? So you don't know how the misfortune of other people, you don't realize it. But I guess what I'm trying to say, let me wrap this up. We're an hour, 9 minutes in, and I want to get to something pretty powerful. I wouldn't feel good repping any of these companies. Be a soft drink company, fast food company, drug company. You can't rep cigarettes because it's not allowed to be advertised, or guns or stuff like that. I'm finding it hard to believe or to think of any one product that I would want to rep. I mean, there's probably some stuff I use, I guess. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, going back to Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man, everyone's got a price. Well, frankly, then my question is, what are they selling then? Because he's buying something, is he not? What are they selling? Go.
You're referring to DiBiase? What is he buying?
Yeah. What is he buying?
Well,
or was he buying?
His character as a wrestler there was to make people do humiliating things for X amount of money.
So he was buying entertainment. He was
buying entertainment or buying their embarrassments, or put them in a position where they're going to be embarrassed, and he would get satisfaction of that. So that's what he was buying. The satisfaction of embarrassing somebody that needed money and was willing to do something to earn it.
I've got money. I've got power. You have neither. I'll keep my power. Here's some pittance of money. I just bought your what? Yeah. What did he buy? What did they sell, better yet?
Dignity, respect, morals, ethics, you name it.
Right? Was it worth it for them, do you think?
Some people, especially at that point in time in the 90s, things were a little tough. And, for $500, would you walk across the ring barking like a dog, crawling on all fours?
Which they did constantly. People were begging to do it.
But you walk away with $500. Now it's like you get to eat for 2 months
or a couple weeks.
During that time, eggs were
eggs were like 50 cents, 59 cents, maybe less.
So it really depends here. But back to the sponsorships and stuff, like drugs and stuff like that, like, no, absolutely, like, no, you don't have enough money, period.
But there are plenty of people, sorry to interrupt, that stars, famous athletes, they're doing, it's credit cards, it's drug companies, it's fast food, it's all, cars, all this stuff. Cars, I don't hold in the same thing. But
I'll do this. How about this? Because for the sake of the, what I want to call this, the soul of the G Talk.
Go on.
The spirit of the G Talk is like, you know what? The gym I work for, I would tell them, hey, this is what I do. I promote to the people that follow us to be proactive. Right. And the first thing is to go to the gym. How about you sponsor us? I could say your name over here and say that you heard it from the G Talk. 0 enrollment fees, and you get in this weekend.
Pick things up, put things down. You don't know the commercial? It's a famous commercial. I got to show it to you after. It's funny. People
that is the now we're flipping the script.
Okay, but I don't want to flip the script just yet. I want to put a bow on what we just talked about, and I have one more scenario for you. But I guess what I'm saying is money does some pretty crazy stuff for people, right? I'll take it even a step further, but make it simpler that most people will. You talk about accessible. How many times have you said in your life, oh, I hate this job, but I need the money?
Mm-hmm.
Or I work a lot of hours, but it's good money, or whatever. Or however different way you say it. Because I've said it many, many times. I stayed at a job at the bank for much too long because it paid really well and I needed the money. I didn't want the money, but I needed it because of the life I was living, which was way too much. We'll leave it. We'll put a blank space there. And basically, it almost killed me. My experience is that past experience does not, predict future, returns, of working for a bank. You may have, whoever you are out there, a wonderful experience with a bank. Go nuts. I almost killed myself. I'm sorry. Unalived myself almost because of the stress and all this stuff. And I was selling my soul to make money for this conglomerate bank, this garbage. And like I had people in front of me that I knew couldn't afford an overdraft fee. Mm-hmm. And they had like 10. And I'm begging my fucking, we're over an hour in, my fucking manager, I'm like, can you just give them all 10? This person is like, they can't afford this stuff. And we should never have charged, who are we to charge overdraft? Such bullshit overdraft fees. Customers used to ask me, beg me, can you put something in my account if it comes in and I have money for it to stop it? I said, yeah, we can do it, but they don't want to. Who's they? The bank. That's how they make money. 10%. And I'll say it. F it. I don't give a shit.
No.
A particular bank in Connecticut, we'll leave it at that was created in Connecticut. 10% of their annual revenue on the books was from overdraft fees. I'll never forget sitting there across from a beautiful man who was I guess, whatever the hell he was. Some title there. Put a blank space there. But a wonderful man. And I said to him, we'll call him R. Other banks are not doing this. They're stopping this. They're just not charging them anymore. Because why? We have the technology to stop it. It's so ridiculous. He said, well, I figured you gotta tell them the benefit of us covering it. Because if that thing doesn't go through, their cell phone bill, they could get their cell phone shut off.